Bruce Lee and the issue of overhydration. So if you don't know who Bruce Lee is, I'll be very surprised. I mean, Tom, do you want to give us an impression? You're quite good at impressions.
Do you know what? Actually, I can't give one off of the bat.
Right.
But when I sneeze, I do sound like Bruce Lee.
Really?
I do. Actually, I'm surprised that you've never heard me do a Bruce Lee sneeze before.
Well, when people sneeze, you don't really pay attention. You sort of say bless you and crack on.
Yeah, but most people sneeze normally, whereas with me, it sounds like, wow! Like, it is fucking
Jesus
mega.
Christ. God, someone's just fucking crashed their car here and that. Straight off the left.
They was on the list. That's what I mentioned.
Fucking Pete's gone down.
But yeah, my sneeze does sound very Bruce Lee-esque.
Yeah, Bruce Lee-esque, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you weren't aware who Bruce Lee was, because that impression probably didn't give much away, really, apart from he's very enthusiastic. He was a Hong Kong and American martial artist and actor, very, very famous for being an absolute weapon, notoriously known for hands that could kill. I mean, you've probably seen the video of him doing the punch thing, where he has his hand
the 1 inch punch,
punching
yeah.
The 1 inch punch, yeah, just sending people miles away.
Yeah, the one finger push up as well. Thing is, as well, is he weren't just known for his martial arts, like even like the bodybuilding community and aesthetics community.
Oh, he was ripped, wasn't he?
Like he was absolutely shredded to pieces.
Yeah. Yeah, well, when he got ripped into, didn't he, by Quentin Tarantino on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah.
that was quite...
Apparently that caused a bit of an upset with the family.
Yeah, his daughter wasn't happy. Well, Quentin defended himself, didn't he? He said that he thought he was arrogant. But did he beat him?
Did you...
He said he...
Did he?
I don't know. I don't know if he did or not.
Would have been,
that's what I thought.
Passed on long before that.
Yeah, I don't know, but...
But I tell you what, though, like, the reason how I found out about his family not being upset is I follow basically his family that run his like Instagram account. Well, obviously it's not going to be him, but like his family run his Instagram account. Every now and again, like they'll just post tidbits of information, and so they mentioned that about how they was upset over the Quentin Tarantino portrayal of him.
It was a good scene though.
Oh, it was a good scene, yeah, and I could definitely see that happening. To be honest with you,
yeah.
Not bad, Kato. Try that again.
But the thing is, like, every now and again they'll post things like that. They posted pictures of like his old training logbook.
Okay.
And that was like really awesome to see. So you saw like just like pencil in a notebook, and it was things like like 100 ab crunches, and like sets of like good mornings and stuff like that. Which is ironically what actually there's actually a possibility. Not that I want to demonise exercises here, but it's a possibility that it was the good mornings that led to his back injury, that then led to his pain pill addiction, which then may have led to his death.
Wow.
Yeah,
Didn't know that.
That's just a theory. There's nothing inherently bad about good mornings, by the way.
But if he's doing loads of them every morning, ironically every morning, if he's doing loads of them every day, then there's a chance he's doing too much.
So everything I'm about to say is just like anecdotes from other people, but apparently he did train like a beast, like to the point where like he overtrained. One article I read was that apparently like when he did hurt himself, he hurt himself on the good morning, as I already mentioned, but he didn't warm up for him. He went straight into 60 kilos, which was like his body weight at the time.
Christ. That's quite a lot to do for a good morning.
Straight into it, not
that's
even the barbell.
Your deadlift, Tom. That's your deadlift,
it is, yes, it is my deadlift. But that was like his body weight at the time, and without even going into a proper warm-up, he went straight into it, and apparently that's what caused his back problems in the first place.
Bloody hell. Tom alluded to there, like, one of the possible reasons for his death could have been indirectly because of the pain pill addiction. That's because something that's just come out reported very recently was that they now think that Bruce Lee died from drinking too much water. He died when he was only 32, which is obviously ridiculously young and was a loss because of how big he was. And there was an autopsy at the time, so this was literally like when he first died, that showed that he died from brain swelling. But the doctors blamed it on him taking a particular painkiller, which is what Tom alluded to. So initially they thought, well, he's obviously been smashing loads of these painkillers. That's what's done him in. But now researchers have reviewed this evidence to rule that Bruce actually likely died of hypnoatremia. Is that what's how it's pronounced?
I'm not too sure. I thought it was basically like a brain edema, which is water on the brain, which is
basically
it's quite a common thing. But from water toxicity, no, I don't know about that.
hypnoatremia, I think is what it's called. So basically, in layman's terms, so forget what I'm trying to pronounce that bloody word all episode, it's the kidney's inability to excrete excess water. And that's what they think killed Bruce Lee. And basically that word, which I'm not going to keep trying to say, it means like levels of sodium in the blood. Okay, so your sodium level, which is what your body needs it for fluid balance. If that balance goes out of whack, then you start to run into issues.
Just out of curiosity, Bill, where's this article from?
I don't know. It wasn't just this one article. There was numerous
the
news
one that's
papers,
attached to the show notes, the very reputable Daily Mail.
Oh, the Daily, yeah, but no, but you don't look at just the article. You look at the researchers who actually did it.
No, I did look at the article, and I love how they also thought it was relevant to mention that actually another rumour of his death was that he was killed by the Triads, and all these other a victim of a curse as well.
Yeah,
victim of a curse. So yeah, classic Daily Mail there.
Classic, I know, right?
I'm very surprised they didn't actually mention the theory about him faking his own death to go undercover to actually infiltrate the Triads.
I heard about this. Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yeah. So I'm surprised the Daily Mail is not. Maybe the Daily Mail don't want to give up his cover.
Maybe he's on the payroll.
Yeah,
maybe they're on the payroll. Sorry.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe that's why this article's come out as just to confirm that he's actually dead. Maybe there's people getting too close, and he's like, right, back out another article just to tell people that I am gone.
But yeah, I mean, this the problem with Bruce Lee in particular, not him in particular, but like the stories around what happened with him, is that it's just always full of conjecture.
Yeah, sure.
It's one of those things where I don't think people are able to pin one thing on his death. Do you know what I mean? So you've got like 100 people trying to stir the pot saying, oh, it was a curse. Oh, it was the Triads. Oh, it's because he drank too much water. I think, what was the official... I think like the actual official, what the doctor put down was basically like, was it caused by misadventure, etc., which basically involves when like you're taking some form of narcotic or prescription pain pill.
Well, the reason they've linked this all together, Tom, is because like the imbalance, which I mentioned about sodium, that can actually cause the body to swell, include the ones in the brain. That's where the brain swelling came from. That's where the initial claim of death came from. But however, the reason they come to this conclusion is because some of the risk factors of this hyponatremia include the ones that drinking high amounts of liquid because he was using cannabis.
Yeah.
Because apparently that increases thirst. I'd never taken it, I don't know, but apparently having cannabis
seems like
can
they're
increase
trying to
thirst.
make one causation to another.
Yeah, for sure. But they also said it's because of the use of prescription drugs and alcohol.
Yeah.
And obviously you made a point there. There was a time where he was claimed to be addicted to painkillers.
Yeah. Because then I could say, this is Chinese whispers, but like I could say like, oh well, it was bought on from the pain prescription, the pain pills, which was then caused by the good mornings, which is a form of resistance exercise. Therefore, resistance exercise is what killed Bruce Lee. Do you see what I'm kind of going with this? It's very easy
to link together, isn't it? Yeah, they're kind of. It's interesting. I mean, there was a bit in the article which mentioned how his wife Linda revealed how he had a fluid-based diet of carrot and apple juice in the run-up to his death. So potentially it was a reason. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that he drank a lot of water.
Yeah,
because he was obviously very active. And if he wasn't keeping an eye on his sodium levels, like keeping things in balance, we're going to come on to.
Yeah, I might imagine it, or this happened to someone military not so long ago in the past. I'm thinking the past 10 years, like possibly like a Royal Marine or someone on special, like on selection for special forces, like someone who actually died of water toxicity and it basically just flushed out all their, sodium or whatever it was.
Yeah, I know people have died recently of like heat-related illnesses, in, special forces stuff and that. But I'm not sure if it's to do with hypertoxicity. I mean, in the military, it shouldn't happen too much because they do give you those little fucking sachets, don't they?
Yeah.
Which are supposed to have electrolytes in them, which should keep your things in balance.
I think it was this guy he was doing something like which would require a lot of physical demand. Fluid. So like he overdid it with the amount of water he was drinking. I remember hearing it on the LBC years ago.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
well, it's possible, isn't
it? It popped into my head there. It's certainly a real thing.